Hey all, welcome to my channel. I'm Matt, this is Matt's Mods, and today guys we're going to be doing our Apache build. So we are going to do pack 1, stage 2 of Build the Apache. Now, lots to do in the first stage that we got. Tends to be like that in a pack. You do on the first pack, you tend to get quite a lot to do. We have got a lot to do in this pack. Now, obviously I will be getting this monthly, but I am breaking down the stages week by week so that, yeah, we can enjoy it through the entire month and keep building. Lots of pieces to glue today, I've got to admit. Not many screws or anything, but we'll do that when we go up to the build desk. So, yeah, I can't wait. So, with all that said, let's get modelling. Okay, so today guys we are going to be assembling the co-pilot seat, and we have a couple of other things to do as well. So, step 1, we need the seat. Now this is like a rubber padding. It's quite nice actually. It's a bit tough, but we need to put the seat belts on. So, we've got one that's going to go there. One that's going to go here, and then we've got a little tiny one which is going to go there. Now we need to glue these on, so I've got my pin vise which has got a little pin head on it, and we'll just start putting these in. That's the first one in there. You've got to be careful with super glue and rubber. In my past, I've figured out it's not the greatest, and you do need to give it time to dry. And that one's just in there. Okay, and then this piece just goes into the bottom, just as shown like that. Okay, so I'm just going to put that to one side to let that dry, because we need this piece next. Now it wants us to put some glue just on the lines, just on in there. Now I'm presuming this is so we can fit the padded part in. Okay, so just making sure we've got quite a bit of glue in there, and then we're going to be placing this in just like so. Fantastic. Okay, with that in place, we need to glue down the other ends of the belts. That's just going to go around like that. Now, like I said, rubber bits and super glue are not always the best friends. So I'm just going to see if I've got a tip possible use. Just to help that glue into place. So just got a tiny little clip in there. It just takes a while for the glue to set. So let's see if kind of similar clip, which is one I've got here. Okay, and then this front one we're going to fold up in a second. What we need to do next is we need this harness. We need to thread it through the hole just at the back there. Going, I might need my tweezers just to help get it in. And try and pull it from the other side. It's just got a little lug on it, and it's just getting it past the hole. You're just trying to push it through. Take these off now. There we go. Okay, now that end wants blowing onto that peg just there. I'm just going to put another clip just onto it, just while that takes. Okay. The next bit is this harness then wants to be put into the two holes that are just down there. Again, just the rubber and the glue just sometimes just takes that little bit longer to dry, and you just got to bear that in mind. Right, that's in place. Take that clip off now. Okay, so that's what we've got so far. The next piece we need is this bit here, and we need to glue this in as well. Just going to go into that hole just there. Now this has a half moon shape, so it can only go in one way. And just like that. Then this strap at the front, we just want to glue that down. That's in. I'm just going to get another one of these clips and just hold that in place while the glue goes off. Okay, now the next bit we can do, because we've got a little bit that's just going to go onto the top. Again, we're gluing this in. This would be the headrest. So I'm going to put the glue around the pegs. Sometimes the problem is you just don't see where the pegs are. There we go. That's in place. Just looking like that. Okay, the next part we need is this piece here. Now this has got some... No, picked up the wrong one. This one here, this has got some kind of writing on it. Now that is going to go into there, just like that. But again, we need to glue this. I think that can come off now. Yeah. So making sure we put this in the right way around. That's going to go in there just like so, and that clipped nicely in. Okay. Right, so we have one on the other side to put in. So again, just get some glue. And we'll bob this into place. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to stop the recording for a few moments while all that glue just dries. So I'll be back in a few moments.
A few moments later.
Okay, so that has had time to dry now. The next piece we need is this bit here. Now this is going to be going on just like that. You guessed it, we need to glue it. So, just a bit of glue in there. Just making sure I'm gluing this in correctly. Okay, so that is in there like as shown. Now if we turn this over, we've got this detail to go in. So this is the backrest. But again, we need to glue this into the 4 holes that are just on there. Now that support part is actually made of metal. So we've had plastic, we've had like a rubber, PVC material, and now we've got metal. Happy days. Happy, happy, happy days. Love it when we have a mixture of materials. Okay, so that is just on there like so. We need this part next. And this will be going... We've got 2 pegs on there, and that will be going into the 2 pegs that are on the back. Well, the 2 holes that are just at the top of the seat. Again, we are gluing this into place. It's quite tough to get that in, but it's going in. Okay, that is in place. Lastly, on the seat, we have these 2 details. Now, I would try and tell you what they are, but they're not saying in the book. So they kind of need to be shaped inwards. So let's try and see that's the correct one for that side. So let's get some glue on. One on there. And then one on the other side. There we go. And that is our seat so far. Looking brilliant. Really impressed. Okay, right, so what we need to move on next is we are going to start building the main rotor blade. So I'll bring this across. So this is huge, as it would be. So with it around like this, it wants us to get this piece next. Now this piece on one side of it has actually got an eye on it, so we know that that is the bottom piece, and that's just going to sit on to make sure I get this the right way around. Just going to sit on just like that. Then we take this piece that doesn't have anything on it. Now I'm just seeing how this goes, because there is a pitch to it. So it just says place 2H on top. Now that does look correct. It looks to be all lined up. We'll just try it the other way, just to double check. So let's check it this way. So it just doesn't indicate on this which way this goes around at all. And now everything wants to be a pain. Ah, the life of modelling. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, I would say either way, basically. Okay, so next we've got some pins on here. Now these are just plastic, but they're going to hold this onto it. I don't know how that's going to happen when they're being plastic, but I'll take these off the sprue cutters. I want 2 of these. I want to feed these down through the propeller. I am not happy at all with the direction of that, so I'm going to flip that over and try it the other way. I just don't, I'm just not convinced. And I'm not convinced that these are going to hold it in place, but we will try it. Right, let's just go with it. Okay, so that one in place, and then the bottom one. Clip it in place, and then the second one. I would have thought they would have been better as different pins, but maybe some metal ones with a locking thread on them, but okay, so I'm just going to get some flat needle nose pliers. Flat as in means there's no serration on them. Right, I need to do that again because I've completely got that the wrong way around. Blast it. Try again. Okay, so through. So this is just my mistake, guys. I do them. I wasn't paying attention to the top pin and I went through the wrong hole. Eye on top. It's not the easiest thing to do in the world, to be honest with you. And we're going to have 4 of these to do, so I'm hoping I'm better by the next 3. No wonder it was a bit weird shaped as well. It would be. Okay, they're in. See that nicely clicking? And that's what we're looking for. There we go, so that's done. Right, we did get a spare one of them pins, which I'll put away in case we need to replace them or another one. Okay, so that is in place. Right, so moving on to something different again, is we've got a motor here, and what it wants us to do, it wants us to thread the wire of this motor down through here. Just like that. Then it wants us to get this cover and fit that over there like that. Then we need to get our tail section, and we're going to be fitting this in. So it's going to go in like so. Okay. Then we need to screw it down with some BM screws. Now I'm going into metal, so I'm going to use some oil for this. I think these are the first metal screws we've been given in this build so far. Right, I'm going to have to do this 0 because some of the recent builds that have been coming out, I've been able to use the PH1 screwdriver, no problem. But then a few recently, just not been using it, which is a bit strange. I do need to remagnetise my screwdrivers actually, which I'm going to do after this build, which doesn't take long. Okay, that's in place. Okay, so next we need this that we built in the previous stage. Now I'm told this is the tail rotor pitch assembly. I was told by a viewer, and we're going to push that onto it. So we need to push that down so it engages with the motor, which is the bit I'm having the most trouble with. There, it's engaged. Okay, so with that on there, we've been given a test board. So I need some AAA batteries to go in there. 1, 2, and we basically get to test this to see if it rotates. So let's see. Got a good camera angle. Okay, that is turning, but it's not turning very fast. Ah, there we go. So that is definitely turning. Again, these test board motors are not always the best for motors this size. They don't give out enough ampage, and we've found that out in the Lancaster build. But that is it. That is all there is to do in this stage. So we've got the tail rotor working. We've done one of the main rotor propellers, and we've also got our co-pilot seat as well. Fantastic. Right, I'm really chuffed with that. So if I just go to the build, we might be able to get a closer up. There we go. As that motor's getting used, it's actually bedding in. So now you can actually see it going a little bit faster than what it did do. And we found this out on the Lancaster. Just needs time. There we go. That is running beautifully now. Can't wait, guys. So that is stage 2 of pack 1 complete. Well guys, that is it for our Apache build. That was nice and lengthy, lots to do as always. Oh, it's been really nice. I'm really enjoying the build so far. Couple of glitches, but don't worry if your rotor is not spinning. You can just try and pat it just to spin a bit, and it will bed in and start running, so don't worry about it. The test boards are never enough powerful. 3 volts isn't really powerful enough to run a motor. You need about 5 volts really, which is a heck of a lot better. I could actually put that probably on a different test board I've had for previous builds, and it would rotate no problems at all. So don't worry if yours doesn't rotate. But I'm really chuffed. Things are really coming along nicely. Anyway guys, if you like this video, please could you give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified of any future videos. But as for always, stay safe and bye for now.